Clink, 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 clink. We locked in. I told you, we in the 5th episode. We are now locked in. But wait a minute, Jay. I thought you lived by this motto. We in the hood. Where your hoodie at? Why you over here trying to look salacious and enticing to these young ladies on this internet right now with a shirt off? Well, if we was in prison, that's how I woke up. You know? And my wife beat on probably. Because they got Project Heat. So all that sleeping with extra clothes on, whoo, you're a champ if you could do that. But me, I'm gonna take my shirt off. I'm gonna sleep in a wife beater or something. You know why? Because I don't like waking up in a puddle full of water. For real, for real. But last episode, we spoke about jobs, employment, how, it's not looking real good out here for anybody, not just a convict, but anybody, because of the criteria that they're refusing to teach us. But today, I'm here to talk to my guys once more of the importance of when you getting out of prison. When you get out, I just ask y'all fellas, bro, don't try to catch up. When you come out here, you're gonna realize it really isn't no rush or need to even try to catch up, because even in our state that we're at, we're mentally ahead of everybody that we're gonna come around, because of the simple fact that we came from a different environment that forced us to be more attentive, more observant. So the cues and stuff like that that people out in society miss and overlook all the time is something that we pick up on immediately. So there's no need to catch up. Believe it or not, homie, I've been home for the last 6 years. And I did everything that nobody else that never been to prison hasn't done. I owned a business. I was making a nice sum. Matter of fact, I came home in 2017. In 2019, 2020, came home in 17, all right? My first car was an Intrepid. Got into an accident half a year later. My second car was a Honda Santa Fe, a Jeep Liberty. Jeep Liberty died on me. Matter of fact, it was a gift from a lady from my church who saw me come home and struggling and said, Jay, I'm gonna give you a car free of charge. I'm moving. I can't put it on a train with me. Here you go. My next car was a Honda Santa Fe. The transmission fell on me. Went back to the dealership. This time I came off the lot in 2020 with a 2020 Chevy Traverse. Fresh from doing a 10-year bid. I crashed that motherfucker about 14 times. I shouldn't even be here right now, fellas. I fell asleep so many times because I'm so prison institutionalized that certain hours when I be feeling up and jumping, the next thing you know, I just go, like clockwork. I crashed that shit about 15,000 times. Got rid of that. And then I came back with a 2018. But throughout this whole thing, I was working at UPS and running my own little business. I didn't have time to go out and party like everybody else. I didn't have time to do the same shit that everybody else was doing. I had real business to take care of because I'm a father first. A responsible father. One who had to learn his responsibility being in prison. when my son come up on visits and he tells me, Dad, mommy's boyfriend put his hands on me. And I'm sitting in that can day in and day out after that visit, and I can't do nothing. And I got to hold on to that. That's a big pill to swallow. Once again, that's my fault. I got to hold on to that. I dig it. I hear you. I just want you to know this shit real. It happens. So, yeah, it's my fault. I did what I did. Now what? Because it's my fault, you're the judge, jury, and executioner, so you're going to punish me because I made a mistake? What about when you make a mistake? Who judges you? Who punishes you? Why put us away? Help us. It's just like if you had a piece of rib tip left and you dropped it. You know the 5-second rule. Pick that bitch up, blow it off, and eat it. Or else you're going to be the one starving. So why you can't treat us that way when we make mistakes? Why is it that you want us to treat you that way when you make a mistake? It's not fair for us. And in the process of that, it forces us in an uncomfortable and not peculiar position that makes anybody feel uncomfortable, bad, however you want to put it. But you get the gist. Yeah, why are we catching up, homie? When I just explained something to you that in prison we would have overcame that already by now? Because that's minor work for us, light work for us. You see what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in everybody else telling us, oh, life is different than when you left it. Yeah, it's different than when we left it. I got 2 great eyes I can see it's different than when we left it. But I also just came from a valley of the shadow of death, where if I'm standing in front of you right now talking to you, that means you shouldn't be telling me I don't know how to maneuver. Because in the words of the great philosopher Hoover, let me show you how to move in a room full of vultures. And that's what I'm doing right now with this podcast. I'm showing everybody how to move in different aspects of life that you've never been to. A lot of people be quick as fuck to show you the stamps in their passport. But let me ask you this question. When you ask them about the trip to that destination, they can't really recap much. They'd rather tell you, let me show you a picture. So really, did you really enjoy your vacation? What was a vacation? What was it about? What did you take back from your vacation that put you and your mind state in a different place at ease? Did you come back from your vacation with a clear mind and knew how to assess the problem that you left? Because if you just went on vacation to run away from the problems that you have back here, and you didn't get a clear mind down there, when you come back, that was a waste of money going on that vacation. So, fellas, please don't try to rush to be like everybody else, because everybody else, as you can see through that little scenario, is doing foolish things. In prison, we know damn well if we got beef with Tyrone, we got to smash Tyrone now. It's 72 hours. You know that situation. You can't live with a regret for the rest of your life, because that regret will turn around and haunt you. You have to do something. That's what I said, fellas. Don't try to rush to... Because you see niggas out here on the gram and all that shit, doing all of this stupid shit. Let me explain to you, that's capping. If you don't know what that means, it's make-believe. It's not real. These niggas not out here holding down blocks, letting off sticks. Let me explain something to you. Everywhere you turn has a Ring camera or a Nest on it. So therefore, you caught. We the new niggas in town. These niggas don't know how to move when the eyes is watching. They never been nowhere. They never been watched in order to know how to move while being watched. That's what prison is like. Constant surveillance, care, custody, and control. The 3 C's of corrections. Care, custody, and control. We don't care for ourselves. We're in the custody of somebody else who don't know us, don't give a fuck about us. We're just a number. And they control us by all means necessary. The same thing that we killed Malcolm X for. Control. Know what I mean? So get used to this for this segment, you know? You might catch me cooking one time. You never know. This is what we did in prison. It wasn't Goodfellas alone that, you know, niggas ate like kings in prison. Nah. The last episode I asked you if you ever missed a Christmas, Thanksgiving, a birthday, a New Year's. Have you ever missed one completely where you didn't even enjoy it, celebrate it? Nothing, saw family, nothing. That was real. Now, I'm going to ask you, have you ever had a Christmas, a Thanksgiving, a New Year, a birthday, where people you didn't know celebrated you and your life and your achievements with such admiration that you consider them family? More family than the family that you got outside that won't even ask you, what is it that you like? For the last 5 years of me being at home, my moms and pops would get me a scratch, a $10, $15, a $10, $20 scratch off ticket for Christmas, for my birthday. And I would scratch this ticket off, being the good son I am. I'm not gonna complain, a gift is a gift. That's what we all say, a gift is a gift until when you scratch that motherfucker off and you just gave the white man that gift and you ain't got shit for your birthday. You dead pop the next day and everybody looking at you like, nigga, wasn't yesterday your birthday? And you're like, and you don't really want to put your mom's and pop's business out there like, yo, your family gave you a scratch off ticket for your birthday. Like, damn. In prison, a nigga made a whole fucking meal for me, man. A whole pie for me, cream cheese pie and everything. I'm talking about, you'd have thought we had a bakery in there. In prison, I wouldn't be able to smoke some cannabis right now. Not the legal way. I did my whole 5 years of parole smoking. I thank you for that medicinal purpose license, because I don't know how I would have been able to navigate myself through this crazy life. Like YB said, my crazy life. Well, this crazy life, I don't know how I would have been able to navigate this thing, being sober. Maybe you may have a different take on it. But to be honest with you, for being away for 10 years, when I left, even dumb motherfuckers knew how to think right. Now I'm home, even the brilliant motherfuckers that got degrees can't even think straight. Can't even tell you what's right or wrong. But they want to tell you stop trying to rush and catch up. Only reason why people like to tell you stop trying to rush and catch up is because you're making them look bad. You're doing things that they should have been doing. They know they should have been doing, but they ain't doing. They too busy doing the grasshopper thing. Boogie, woogie, woogie. They should have been like the ant, busy toiling. So instead of telling you, yo, Jay, or yo, whoever you are, you're doing good, keep up the good work, they tell you to slow down because you're making me look bad. So when you get home, homies, ladies, please, the same principles that helped us in there are the same principles that we got to use out here to dodge these sore losers that can't admit when, you know, they're not educated. They refuse to educate themselves. And now they gotta watch somebody like them come home from somewhere and do better than them. That's a bad taste in somebody's mouth. So when you hear a person tell you, yo, stop trying to catch up, keep doing what you got to do. Because I'm going to tell you like this. If LeBron is cooking, why you benching him? You ain't trying to win the game? You make sense of that. But until the next time, it's lights out. It's count time. Lights out. Keeping noise to a minimum. And I see you in the morning count. Lock in. Peace.